SAFM, South Africa's news and information leader.
Concessions made on the protection of info bill and heavy fighting in Libya's capital. Good evening. The ANC's made a number of significant concessions to the DA regarding the definition of national security as set out in the Protection of State Information Bill. The bill aims to protect valuable information held by the state from unlawful disclosure which could threaten national security. Initially, no definition was given as what is meant by national security. The ruling parties now agreed to a description which includes the protection of South Africans against espionage, terrorism and hostile acts of foreign intervention. The DA's David Manier.
We welcome a proposal. We think it takes us forward. We would, of course, like a subsection D, just to be clear. But we do welcome the proposal and we do think it takes us forward.
Heavy fightings erupted again in the centre of Libya's capital Tripoli around the Corinthia Hotel after a relatively quiet morning. There have been exchanges of machine gun fire between the rebels and forces loyal to Muammar Gaddafi. Rebel forces are also concentrating their advance on the city of Sirte, which is Gaddafi's hometown, located between Tripoli and the eastern city of Benghazi. The BBC's Daniel Sanford.
Although the capital Tripoli is not yet completely secure, it has become a priority for forces opposed to Muammar Gaddafi to take his home city, Sirte. This would be a huge blow to the morale of his dwindling supporters, but the fight is likely to be fierce. Large amounts of opposition weaponry are heading for the city. In Tripoli, a ship has arrived to evacuate foreigners who want to leave. The capital is struggling to maintain power, petrol and water supplies. Hospitals are short of blood, medicines and doctors.
There are reports that Gaddafi may be trapped in a building in Tripoli and rebel fighters are advancing rapidly to surround the structure. News agency Reuters reports that rebels claim they have Gaddafi surrounded in the building. There is no independent verification of the claims at this stage. International TV news channels show rebel fighters firing at the apartment block. There's been speculation that Gaddafi is either in Tripoli or has fled to Sirte. About 3,000 animals at a farm outside Tabazimbi in Limpopo have been left without grazing after veld fires destroyed 60,000 hectares. Carl Frolick is one of the farmers whose game farm and lodge were destroyed by fire. The damage is estimated at 16 million rand.
There's a lot of people in the community that's trying to help us with feed and net. Approximately 100 hectares left of the veld that hasn't been burned down. We're sitting with between 2,000 and 3,000 animals on the farm itself. So that 100 hectares is not enough, so we're going to need a lot of feed. Luckily there is enough water. We can organize the water, but the feed is the main problem at this stage.
Spokesperson for the Waterberg District Municipality, Pat Malete, says they've approached the SPCA to assist the Disaster Management Unit.
We have also had contact with the SPCA so that in terms of livestock, we are not presently sure, but they are there, they are ready to assist us so that they interact with farmers who have experienced the damage so that at a later stage they give us how much of the livestock was affected by the fire. Fire, from what we have, it was caused by the Eskom wire shock or blow.
Young people and several radio personalities have told the National Planning Commission what kind of South Africa they seek to achieve in the next 20 years. This came during the launch of the NPC Jam in Johannesburg earlier today. It's an online 72-hour brainstorming session aimed at soliciting views from ordinary South Africans on how to address challenges facing the country. A student at the University of Johannesburg who's wheelchair-bound, Khomolemo Mwachi, says they want a country that doesn't feel sorry for people with disabilities.
As people would look down on people with disabilities, they should not look at them as people with disabilities, but people with different capabilities. They should not think for them, they should think for themselves. Give them the platform to speak, not to say, can I help you? I should be the one who says, I need help. If I ask for your help, it should be in terms of, you are going to support me.
The top story, the ANC's made a number of significant sessions to the DA regarding the definition of national security as set out in the Protection of State Information Bill. And for more news on your mobile phones, you can go to www.sabcmobile.co.za/news.